Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money,
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling.
Hello and welcome to Hibs Talk. I'm your host as always, Gav. Joining me today is Dave.
Alright.
For those just listening on the audio and not watching the video, we just threw lots of Monopoly money all over the place. So obviously the reason we'll get back, we've done that, we'll get back to a sec. Dave, how was your holiday firstly? How was Mexico?
That was really good, mate.
Good.
Roasting.
Aye, looking a bit like Jimmy Calderwood.
Sporting a cracking tan. Aye.
He'd be
Love
proud.
child. Aye.
Aye,
He would be.
but Mexico was good though.
Really good.
Aye. The original plan was to record this tonight because I'm away next week, and but schedule it to go up on the Monday. But after the news on Tuesday, we just couldn't. We had to kind of do it as soon as possible.
Yep.
Aye, exciting stuff. Aye, so I mean, we're going to talk about some news to do with us and to do with we could briefly talk about Berwick and Dunfermline as well. But let's just jump straight into the exciting news. So Ron Gordon is the new executive chairman. We're now debt free. He's injected a 7-figure sum into the team. We now own the ticket office, which we didn't before, and 15 acres out at HTC. He's quite happy with the way the existing plans of the board are and stuff, so he's going to kind of leave that all in place. Basically, that means Leanne as well and stuff like that. She's going to stay as much control as she was before, and the only person he's added is an Archie Payton in a non-executive role to the board as a guy that helped him out. So there's the boring stuff at the way. A lot of you already know that before anyway. So what does it mean? Let's get stuck into it. Because we could try and play it down and be realistic, but where's the fun in that? Let's just get carried away.
I will not be playing this down. It was very exciting.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Aye. If this comes back and egg on our face in 5, 6 years, 7 years time and stuff, fine. I'd rather do that than get excited.
Nah, you've got to enjoy it. Somebody comes in and goes, "I'm going to wipe out your debt by,"
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to give you more money. That's like
Aye.
somebody come up to you and be like, "Mortgage? You've not got a mortgage. You've not got a car to pay off, nothing." And then, here's some spending money.
Well, I don't know about spending money yet, because he did sort of say he was happy. He was happy with the budget as it is. So
Yeah.
to me, that means he's not.
But
Gonna,
but a 7-figure sum's been injected. So
do you think that's maybe towards the debt, or do you think that's
no, I think that's on top.
right?
Let's go with that. It's more exciting.
But the two things he pointed out were the full size pitch, which I'm guessing the 15 acres kind of goes towards, out at HTC. And
I'll not be a 15-acre pitch.
I know, but it goes towards that.
We'll be well fit.
And making building towards Hibs having the best academy in Scotland. That was he referred to it as the 2 pillars. So let's start with the 2 pillars, and then let's start excited and talking about league titles and Champions League winners and stuff. So the youth academy. Our youth academy at the moment, we do quite well.
Mhm.
How do you think we can step it up?
I honestly would just keep doing exactly what we're doing.
Mhm.
It's changed quite a bit in the last few years. We're starting to get players and that through again. That's probably down the work that Eddie May and that does there. And we seem to be bringing in players when they're really young from other teams. Who did we bring in? Did we not bring in Mackie for somewhere?
Yeah, well, Mackie was at us. He got released, and then he went to Wraith Rovers, and he's come back to us.
Aye, just scouting properly and catching them at a young age,
Mhm.
and then bringing them in. But it was the boy that was at the Working Together meeting that night.
Yeah.
He said it's all about them make sure they're enjoying their football at a really young age, and then when they start to get a bit older, you start to get into the more technical side of it. But
One of the difficulties he spoke about, it's is kind of more the logistics side of it, and to do with the fact that there's a lot of people maybe through in West Lothian or Glasgow side way and things like that want to come to Hibs, but travelling through East Mains or anywhere sort of it's way too far to go, and it kind of rules them out coming to Hibs, or makes it difficult or more difficult than it needs to be, and a lot of buses and that stuff. So could more money to kind of help families make it more easier, and maybe have a second sort of Hibs team based out more Livingston area, I guess, to kind of be a bit more central, to kind of get it's easier for people to get to.
Yeah, widen your talent pool,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah, that's something that they could look at. I just think as long as the facilities at Eastmains is really good,
Mhm.
so as long as that's maintained and kind of keeps going and keeps progressing, then I think we'll be fine. So I think that's what I would like the money to go towards. I didn't want it to be like, oh, we've got a really good facility, and then our teams start maybe catching up with us, and
Mhm.
then all of a sudden, before you know it, we're on a par. I'd want to stay ahead
Ahead,
of
aye.
teams.
Mhm. So I mean, let's look at, you know, the money side of it and stuff, and the debt free thing. How do you think that's going to help us? I mean, what was our kind of debt before?
I think we had 3 million to pay back to Farmer, which we're paying $500,000 a year. So obviously 6 year ahead of plan now.
That adds up.
Adds
Maths.
up, right? And then, but that a week, like towards wages, is what I seen somewhere. I can't even give them credit because I don't know who said it, but I think it was somebody on the bounce that extra so many, like 20 grand a week or whatever it is, could go on wages
Yeah.
for players, and that could be the difference between a player picking us and Aberdeen. Because before, Aberdeen were paying more money than us, so does that bring us up above them now, and we can be like, look, come to us, we're in the capital city.
Mhm. And I know this is going to change because Aberdeen have got a lot of money to spend on a new stadium, but are Aberdeen not debt free as well? Did somebody not come in and wipe out their debt a few years ago? And I think that's been one of the reasons why they've been able to, you know, the two of us went for Gary Mackay-Stevens. They were able to beat us to him. They've paid big money towards other players and things like that. Is that maybe one of the reasons why they've been able to do that?
Yeah, but will be.
And now we can kind of see us do that, hopefully.
Yep.
So I mean, with Aberdeen's, could this kind of come? I mean, obviously Aberdeen, it's great for them that they're going to have a fantastic new stadium. But could this be a good opportunity for us to kind of catch up with them if they've got a lot of their resources going towards that?
Yeah, I think we're already on our way because I think HTC is starting to pay off,
Mm-hmm.
and we are on our way to being better than Aberdeen already.
I mean, we do have players coming here because of the facilities. We've heard that a lot this summer.
Mm-hmm.
They've had bigger offers down in England and stuff, but they've chosen to come here because of Paul Hickenbottom's sales pitch, as Kenny calls it, on the every Hibs TV interview he does with them, and the fact that, you know, the facilities here at Easter Road, the fact it's a capital club, so we seem to be quite good at capitalising on that recently. So just adding to that with, actually we can be a bit more, I think is going to be massive.
Yeah, Aberdeen they've actually recruited well this window as well, but they have lost a lot of players, so maybe they'll have a transition season, and then like you said, they've got the whole stadium planning, and they might take their eye off the ball a wee bit. You never know what's going to happen. We can only just focus on improving us, and this whole thing can only be a positive.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, everyone's going to have their opinion, and I think Hibs supporters, I keep on going to call them HSL, but they're Hibs supporters now, Hibernian supporters, they'll come out and make their own sort of statements on it. But I think you see one of the reasons that Aberdeen and Hearts have both been offering more money than us for wages is because of the backing they get from their Aberdeen DNA and the Hearts Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So just because we've got our debt cleared and we've got a guy that's got a bit of money that's going to put money into the club, doesn't mean Hibs fans should stop paying to that. You know, more money is more money at the end of the day. And, you know, okay, maybe we don't need to get towards, maybe the whole aim of fan ownership is maybe something we don't need to look at now if we've got a really good owner, but by all means we still need to have more money going towards the wages. And every what's that, every little helps. Who's that? Tesco, aye. So by all means, I mean, to me, I think that Hibs fans shouldn't go, oh well, we're rich now, I'll just cancel my direct debit to Hibs supporters. I don't want to see Hibs fans do that.
Yeah, they need to come out and say something though.
Yes, yeah, we do need to hear more from them. They've kind of had a couple of brief statements and they have had chats, but I think we do need to hear more from them.
Yeah, we need something. I think something quite lengthy, being like, look, this is it. This is the way it's now going to work. We've done this. We've done that. They have said that they're going to meet up with Ron. So wait and see. No knee-jerk reactions for anybody. Just wait and see what they're going to say, and why not make something that's good better?
Yeah.
So
it's a great time to be a Hibs fan now. So.
Yeah.
So let's get carried away. 5-year projection. Where can you see Hibs in 5 years? Now, can I just start by saying Ron Gordon, when asked about what he wants to do all this year, started talking about a title challenge. Can you see us challenging in a few years' time?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Do you think that's just a good PR thing for an owner to come in and say? Or
Aye, he didn't say it. He kind of did say it though, didn't he?
he said it
Try to
twice.
play it down. He did say it twice. But I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to hear that when I think about it. But see, when I heard it, I was like, ooh. So I can't. I'm just
We
contradicting
could go
myself.
full time with this if Hibs become a title winning team.
I know.
Look at Celtic boys doing it. So
But I just think Celtic are just light years ahead.
mm.
They just paid £7 million for a centre half, man. The chance he got,
Aye.
like, nah, that'll not happen. But I hope the coefficient gets better in the next few years,
Right.
and there's no reason why we can't be in Europe, helping that coefficient get better. Maybe get Scotland back its second Champions League place, and just kind of go with that type of thing. As long as the top dogs, UEFA didn't scrap it. It looks like they're trying to bring in the Europa League 2, and I think second place in Scotland can only get in the Europa League 2 or something, and it's like the dross.
Aye.
But that's what happens when you go years and years. Yeah, absolute failure.
Yeah.
We've done it to ourselves. The whole country done it. So we need to pick
But
ourselves up.
I think in terms of like you see the Europa League, we got to last year we got to in the qualifying rounds to Malta. There's no reason to say we can't aim to get improve the side so that Malta's less of a challenge and we could even get by Malta and start looking at the group stages.
Yeah.
To me, that has to be the aim for 5 years' time. In 5 years' time, I think I want to see. Obviously, it depends on like you're saying about the coefficient and Europa League 2 and any of that sort of nonsense. That hopefully none of that happens. But I'd like to see us at least once in the group stages of the Europa League.
I think that's just about as far as my ambitions are going to go as well. Maybe a cup win, 2 cup wins, but
2 or 3 Scottish Cups in there.
aye, just whatever. But aye, Europe. But doing well in Europe, and no just at the end of the day, if we think we're a big club, going out in the third qualifying round for a Europa League isn't a big club thing to do.
No, I mean
So-
we loved it at the time, but we're really proud of the team at the time. But
Aye, it was
there's no
it was
reason why
good.
we can't.
Exactly.
Sort of,
That's where I want to go. If
Ah.
that makes it better,
Yeah.
and hopefully something happens with the flights over the next couple of years and they go cheaper.
mhm.
It's not going to happen. But the flight prices, man. Mind we were looking. Where were we looking to go? It was like
Yeah.
£1,000. Was it not the wee Faroe Island one?
Aye,
It was like going to take you 33 hours and that. It was like nope. And fair play to everyone else that done it. But
aye. I don't know how they managed it, but
as
yeah.
you say, just skint could not afford that.
Just to add, folks, if you're free on Sunday, that's the 7th of July, make sure you get along to the Sean Woodburn Memorial Cup. It's at Ferguson Park, Rosewell, and there's 3 games at half 1, half 2 and half 3. Obviously for a great cause to shop with Sean Woodburn and stuff. 3 great clubs, playing each other. Should be a great afternoon. So get along and help make this a great success. Now, with a bit of success hopefully coming our way, if things are done right, and I mean I believe in the people in the club, and I'm glad that Ron does as well, and keeping Leanne, and I hope this keeps Leanne for longer than we would have had her. This is maybe this kind of gives her a new lease of life at Hibs and a new challenge at Hibs to kick us on further. So if that's the case, you look at the Scottish Cup win. Estimated 100 to 300,000 fans. I've heard all different figures on the Sunday on the streets of Edinburgh for the parade. Could we get some of those fans back to Easter Road if we start having a bit more success?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye, it was exciting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what gets people through the doors. See if things are properly run and successful and that, then you did get people being like, oh, I'm going back. And then you had all the Rod Petrie, I'm not going back till Petrie's away.
How that was my next question. How do you feel? How much people do you think that'll be, or just or how big a thing
Not be
to
that
the
much. Not be that much because the people that probably say that like are sitting bashing the keyboard on their house
Aye.
are probably there anyway.
Aye,
Like, and they're
'cause they just love it.
running their
Aye,
mouth and hitting a moan. But
anybody that, if there's anybody listening that has been away for Petrie, I respect your, sticking up to your principles and stuff, and welcome you back. I mean, although we're going to talk about Petrie in a second and stuff. It's not kept me away, but and I think I'm not going to get into much of my opinion. Let's just jump into Petrie now then. So we'll come back to Farmer in a second, but Petrie first. Petrie, there goes my phone. Petrie has, I heard him talking to the press because I was at the press conference.
friends.
I heard him talking to the written press and talking about, in my time here, we've had some success. I've overseen two cup wins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he said exactly those words, but it was something like that. And it's like, he says like, we've had 2 cup wins during my time here. It's like, yeah, but you've also had 2 relegations. So I think it's been a very mixed bag. You done a thing about at the end of last season about the percentage of time we finished in the top 6. It was under 50%. Was it like 30% or something like that? I can't remember exactly.
It was hardly anything, but even top 4 was like 18% or something. It was really low as well.
So I mean, in terms of that, I think he has made some bad decisions. Colin Calderwood, as much as I thought it was a good appointment as well. Terry Butcher, Pat Fenlon, although we better be careful because it's the last time you badmouthed Pat Fenlon on
I got
Twitter.
blocked.
You got blocked for the Hibs Twitter account, so hopefully we don't get blocked. But he made some bad decisions, but I think it's fair to say the best decision he made was appointing Leanne and taking a step back in a non-executive role.
Yep, I think he was just done. He done what he needed to do, and he was told off Tom Farmer, look, you've got to run this like a business, and you've got to just keep everything level, keep club safe, because it was a mess when Tom Farmer took it out, and that's what he's done. And
there was a bit of time where we did spend money, and we got ourselves in a real nick, a real bit kind of crappy state. I mean, and if it wasn't for the likes of Thompson, O'Connor, Varden, all that sort of stuff coming through, selling them on for money, then we wouldn't have HTC, we wouldn't have
my man Stephen Fletcher.
Him, let's not forget Fletcher, and obviously the good business with the selling clause with Fletcher and stuff. That selling those players is the reason that we've got HTC now, that we've got in a much better financial position because we spent too much money on Soze and Latapi and even Grant Brebner.
We never spent enough money on Soze.
You know what I mean? I think that was the only time during Petrie's tenure. I think Petrie was around about then. That we spent out with our means, and I think we learnt from that. And thankfully we did learn from that and have the youngsters come through, because you look at Hearts and Rangers and the mess they got themselves into.
Yeah. And
I'm glad that as much as it's we have probably been a bit. You could argue we've maybe been too tight-fisted, and a lot of people have felt that way a lot of times with Petrie and stuff, and especially when we got relegated, you've seen the rallies outside and stuff. I was always glad we weren't going to the ways that Hearts and Rangers were going, spending the money they didn't have.
Well, I think everyone just wanted the club to be a bit more ambitious and stop the things like the threat of relegation being a possibility. Like, we're a massive club, decent stadium, and everything seems to be positive now. So he done what he was told. Kept us in an even keel. Thanks very much. It's time for him to move on. He's a good businessman, and hopefully another good businessman's taking over that's a wee bit less frugal with the cash and throws a wee bit at it. Not too much, because I still want to end up in a mess, but to help us reach the next level and be ambitious, then we need something more. So hopefully this is it.
And finally, just talking about Sir Tom Farmer. This is obviously one of the bits of news we're going to come on in a second about us, but James Stephen done a really good article on him, about his time at Hibs. And what's your thoughts on Sir Tom Farmer then?
Legend. No Farmer, no Hibs. So I think there's been a lot of talk on different forums about him having a stand named after him and that, and I really think that should be something that happens sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And I just think it would be a really nice thing, because without him, what would we be? It's scary to think about. It's not even worth thinking about.
And he always sits in the West Stand. Why not just call it the West Stand? It's our Tom Farmer.
Yeah,
stand.
or if he's still going to sit up there, how they stand across, like that's what they do. It's Man United. Sir Alex Ferguson stands across for the men, so he's looking onto his stand, so you can see his name in that. But I'm not bothered what stand it is, whether it be the West or the East. I seen a piece, somebody say something about it being the East Stand, because at the end of the day, like, it just shows how far the club came on, that was even possible to happen. The whole fact, the regeneration of Easter Road in general, is all because of him.
Yeah, to me, I put some of it down to Scott Brown, Kevin.
Yeah, I know, but at the end of the day, they wouldn't have been there if Tom Farmer didn't come in.
Yeah. Aye, we were still there as a club. I know what you mean by that. But
everything that's happening at Hibs now would not have happened without Tom Farmer coming in. And
I like the fact that he was very careful on, his replacement and stuff. And when he's wanted to sell for a while. They've been looking for a new owner, but he was very clear that it had to be the right people with the right plan and the right finance. And so hopefully we trust that runs that person. So exciting times ahead. Yep,
I think it's a good time for everybody to move on and progress now.
Yep,
it's kind of a good time.
Okay, so we're going to talk about ourselves now. Actually, next.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm 29 years old. I live in Armadale, which was a shock to the system coming back from Mexico.
So yeah, we're talking about Hibs expanding and Hibs sort of maybe some exciting times ahead. We're hoping that's kind of the same for us as well. For 2 years now, we've been doing the podcast, and we felt that we've kind of a lot of people have responded well to the podcast, and it's kind of getting a bit of reach now. But we kind of wanted to do a bit more, so we thought it may be a good opportunity to give some people a platform to write articles and do some further down the line, do some video stuff and things like that. We're not looking at that yet, but we've been working on the website, and we're kind of quite
I've put some effort in this website, by the way. So if you don't like it, I'm not going to be happy. I've worked so hard on it.
What have you done, Dave?
Nothing.
I had a guy that was going to do it for me, and then he just backed out and just went quiet. So I ended up doing it myself. So yeah, hibstalk.com is coming up now, and we've got all the articles, all the podcasts up there, all the backdated podcasts. It's just there's the tabs up the top for you click on podcasts, and they're all there. And it's much easier for people to kind of remember, and people that don't have podcast apps and stuff, if people don't have Spotify, quite easy just to go in a browser and just type in hibstalk.com /EP and then the episode what number, or just go to hibstalk.com and then there's the link for the latest article, the latest podcast. So that's the podcast side. But articles wise, we're starting to do some articles. I don't know how many we'll do. We'll chip in every now and then, but
I'm not a writer.
Aye, but we've got some people that have been doing blogs in the past. We've got a guy that's an actual writer who's done our first 2 articles. James Stephen. A lot of people would have read his book, and it's not there. I was reading it last night, so it's still in my room.
Fair play, good plug.
But yeah, he's wrote 2 articles, one on Tom Farmer and one on 3 big questions coming out of the Takeover. So definitely check out them. We'll be throwing them about today as well as the latest podcast, so check out for them. But yeah, and then we're going to hopefully get some more video stuff and video content up as well. But we just wanted to give other Hibs fans the opportunity to kind of be creative and do stuff that we're not really that, like, say, with articles or videos and stuff. But if other people can, then yeah,
Hibs talking it. So let's
get
other
more
people come in and talk about Hibs and do what they want. Give them a platform, and if anybody's keen on doing articles or that, then give Gav a message, because he's done the website. Didn't message me.
Just get in touch with us on social media, or hibstalkpodcast@gmail.com, or there's even and I figured out to make sure it was working, because I done a test of it last night on the hibstalk.com. There's a bit that says contact us, and you can click on that, and then there's a thing, you put your name, your email address and your message, and I get an email.
Oh, that's proper professional, mate.
I know.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
Proud of us.
Aye. But yeah, and
If the website for any reason isn't any good, Gav swap. See if it's really good. Thanks.
so yeah, check out hibstock.com. That's enough of a plug about us, and we'll kind of get on with back to the Hibs. The Berwick. No, Berwick? That's because we were talking about Berwick earlier on.
Played Berwick
Brian.
2 years ago, Gav. Catch up. That's what happens when you start talking about money. Your head just goes all places. Abroath, mate.
Yes, we're playing Abroath, and a lot of Hibs fans that were slagging Hearts for getting beat off Abroath, yourself included.
Me. I went for it on WhatsApp with my mates.
Yeah.
I was lying on the sunbed during the day, bored. I was like, because it's 6 hours behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just creasing myself. I'd been like, haha, 2-0 off. Because on Jambo's kickback, haven't taken screenshots, putting it in the WhatsApp group, and like, look, Hearts fans thought he was going to win 5-0. I knew we were obviously going to be playing them. I was saying we would hammer them easy and that. Just wanting bites. And boy, did I get a few bites. Well, I got every single bit sent back to me. But, luckily enough, I was boarding a plane home. So I could just go, look, I'm no better. I need to board a plane. See you later on. And I actually didn't need to put up with that much stick. But cheers, Hibs.
Yeah, so I was up at the game myself. Not the best performance. I mean, first game back pre-season, you're not going to expect much, but there were some things would have been better to see us play. I think we are missing that defensive midfielder. The first half, we conceded a ball over the top, and Ben Sterling had been playing defensive mid. He actually done quite a nice job there. That's after me calling him a centre back and getting loads of stuff back on Twitter about that. But yeah, so he done a really good job at defensive mid, but the goal had to do with him. The long ball launched over the top. Mackie was keeping the boy on. He was behind Hanlon. Hanlon was sleeping a bit. Again, we can put that down to pre-season. And came in, fake shot, and then kind of took it round. Was it Hanlon who took it round again?
Yeah.
And then the keeper and then put it in. So good finish for the boy, but Hibs really should be doing better there, more awake, and hopefully that'll come when it's not a friendly, it's not our first game in pre-season. And then we it kind of got a bit worse in the second half. Young laddie Martin, let's no rule him out just because of one bad game in a friendly, but he didn't have a good day, did he?
No, he had a really bad game. Unfortunately, it's not nice to see. You feel sorry for him, didn't you?
Yeah.
I felt sorry for him. I was thinking, if I make a mistake at fives, I feel bad. Think how he feels.
Yeah. And he came out to head the ball away, missed the header. The boy was alright, okay. Ran in and just tapped it in.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Scott Allen, back. Great to see him back. Great reception, and we played a short corner, and came to Newell, who kind of done a nice wee dummy. Scott Allen just smacked it in
Beautiful.
the top corner. Brilliant.
Beautiful. The goal was beautiful as well.
No, it's really good. And a lot of changes at half time. A full change apart from, I think it was Hanlon was only one who came off later on. And and then the keeper in the 87th minute, another mistake, came out to clear it and just didn't. Took a swing at it, missed it, and then kind of tried to run at the boy and stuff, and the boy just took it around him and put it in for quite a tight angle and could finish. But yeah, Hibs should be doing better there.
Yeah. Question. See, Paddy Martin, does he play quite a lot of his games on AstroTurf?
I don't know.
Because that would maybe factor into the fact that he's maybe misreading bounces, like dithering on the ball, like left. It looked like he was waiting it for it to sit better for him to clear it.
Maybe
something like that. I mean, I don't know, because I didn't see a lot of the.
To be fair, I think like there's a few development games are played on sort of grass, because I think that's the reason Lennon played Lewis Allen last season.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was more used to the
Astro
when we played Livingston. So
yeah.
there might be something in that. He might have just sort of misjudged the bounce and stuff. But at the same time,
he can't really. He just needs to hold his hands up and be like, look, I want another chance. And I hope everyone put their arms around him and be like, heat up. But
yeah,
it's kind of, when you get a chance like that and you didn't take it, then it's quite hard to come back for
But
I hope,
he's only 19.
I know,
You know, keepers are late developers. They don't develop until like 23 and stuff. That's why you know, a lot later. It's very rare that like you see keepers come through at a younger age. You know, Donnarumma's like one of the only ones. You know, look at the mistakes De Gea was making at 21, 22. Keepers are late bloomers, so let's not rule out the kid yet. Moon was on trial. Looked quite dangerous. Some things came off, some things didn't. I can kind of understand why he's getting given Dunfermline game to, you know, another chance to kind of prove himself. But because off that performance, I wouldn't sign him, but I wouldn't rule him out. So we'll see how he does against Dunfermline. The two of us are going up. Obviously, you missed Abroath because of being in Mexico, but you'll be there for Dunfermline. So
quite looking forward to it.
Just a wee trip over the bridge. So
First bit of Hibs and feels like ages. So. It'll be good to get back into it.
But yeah, it was just a corner and Moon headed it in. Good header. Ollie Shaw didn't have the best of nights. I mean, it's only a friendly, but do not really say too much. But to me, I think Ollie Shaw could, I don't think it'll happen, but I really think he could benefit from time out on loan.
Being out on loan, I think so as well, because I think he needs to, one, bulk up a wee bit, and two, just get more minutes. Just play more football, and I don't think he's going to get to play that much football. I
mean, you look at like somebody like St Mirren or Livingston or something that's going to have, you know, where he's going to be first choice and he's going to need to lead the line and he's going to need to
take his chances,
and he's going to and he's going to have, you know, a real development thing of, you know, a relegation fight most likely with the two teams mentioned. And Livingston had Ryan Hardy last season, he's apparently going to Blackpool now, so they won't have him. You know, so if they're looking for somebody, I think, you know, the Livingston could be a good fit. Location wise, it'd be good for him. Obviously, no Bartley there, that's a benefit. Something like that. I think is where he could be the main man and get a full season and hopefully take some points off of some other people would be beneficial. But we'll have to wait and see. If he stays at Hibs, you know, hopefully he can take his chances when he gets them. But I think, you know, you look at if we've got Doidge, Canberry, Moon, and potentially McNulty, which probably not, but you know, let's hope. You know, then he's really fallen down the pecking order. So
yeah,
a loan might be beneficial to him, but if he's there, then great, and hopefully has a good season. But yeah, so Dunfermline. So I think we're going to see two different teams again, probably. They changed them at half time. It'll probably be the same again. Yeah, you looking forward to seeing Scotland for the first time in a while?
Yes.
Aye.
Yep. Can't wait. And I hope Doidge manages to get a goal, because obviously he missed that penalty.
Aye. Billy that I met there, credit to him, somebody was saying, oh, that's the worst penalty I've seen ever, and this is why we were talking about Berwick earlier, because he just turned around and was like, I see you that, and I raised you Brian Graham against Berwick, because that was a bad penalty.
No, that cleared the car park.
Aye.
Like genuinely cleared the car park.
Did he not get on Sky Sports or something because it was that bad? Sky Sports not showing clips of it.
I think they did, because they always show the clips of pre-season just because there's not been any football on. So
aye,
that was really bad, and that definitely eclipsed Doidge's one, but it was bad.
Aye, it was really bad. But I mean, there were some boys where he looked good. His hold-up play looked really good, and he's good. He's, you know, good at winning balls in the air. So I'd like to see how he gets on against Dunfermline. That's, you know, obviously we've got beat off Abroath, but the competition level's a wee bit higher, I'd say, with Dunfermline. So we'll see how that one goes. And just I guess sort of finishing up then. The news: Sean Mackey's signed in. We usually do the news first, and we're doing it the wrong way around. But Sean Mackey's signed a new contract.
Class. We probably will need him. I think he'll still play a wee bit more, a bit part this season. But then
you got to remember, Louis out though for
probably
about 6 weeks.
Yeah, he might start this season. Either that or I don't know if Tom James will start left back. Or we've got a few options, which is decent. But Mackey's definitely. It just goes to show, like, HTC's obviously worked. So, aye.
And you think that Sean Mackey is going to be, you know, because I remember I got really excited about Callum Crane, and I was like, you know, this is going to be the one that's going to dislodge Stevenson, and he's now at Edinburgh City. Edinburgh City are putting a good wee team together, but at the end of the day, it's still they
Quite a
didn't.
big drop.
Aye, it's quite a big drop. They finishing. They didn't get promoted, did they?
I don't think so. No.
So that's still.
We're
League
gonna
Two?
look stupid if they did.
I can't remember.
Nick, nah.
Oh,
I know
well.
Danny Hanlon signed another year there too.
Yeah,
So-
Harris is there.
Right.
There's another ex-Hibs player there as well. Captain's Craig Thompson for Hearts. So they've got a good team there, and so I hope he does well. But basically, getting back to the point, I hope Mackie is not another one like that, and somebody that can really kick on and be a long-term replacement for. I mean, you weren't here during the week, but we were talking about, is James a potential long-term replacement for Gray? Hopefully we don't need to go out and sign a long-term replacement for Stevenson. Hopefully we've got it, and Mackie has just signed his new contract, so aye, fingers crossed, because he's always looked really good. And I mean, even that game against Celtic where he's played out of position in
I was going to say I can.
midfield, he was brilliant.
It looks like he can move about, so
Aye,
definitely a decent 2022. So
yeah, no, 3 years, so aye, great bit of business by Hibs keeping him, and aye, so we're going to do season preview next week, but so that'll be a week on Monday. It'll be out because this one's a wee bit early because of the news about the takeover and stuff. We didn't know to miss the boat, but aye, you got much planned for this week then?
nah, just going to chill this weekend. Obviously Dunfermline, and then that's about it. So you're going to obviously be rubbing my face in your Venice.
Aye.
I've always wanted to go to Venice. You picked a good destination.
It was we were kind of like anywhere. We're kind of see what we can get decent flights, and then we just got a Airbnb for a good price, and we're like, right, we'll book it. So
Class. No, I hope you enjoy it.
it'll be good. Just a few days, and getting away and relaxing.
And
And
let's
stuff,
see if everything just happens in your way,
probably not.
because they just, like I say, just everything, every day.
We
there's
might
something.
sign a defensive midfielder that we desperately need,
Yeah.
but other than that, I can't see it.
Well, just enjoy your break, mate.
Aye, and everyone, now that you finished listening to the podcast, go read James Stevens' articles on hibstalk.com.
They're actually pretty decent.
Aye, yeah, I'm
The
actually,
bar's been set quite high.
yeah, because I mean we were talking about writing the odd one here and there.
He's an author.
He's an author, so we've got a legit writer on board. The bar's set quite high. No pressure, Dave.
Oh,
And the other guys in the group chat that that are going to be doing writing, but we've got some cool pieces actually coming out about ex players and stuff, and second spells and stuff. But keep an eye out for them over the next few weeks. But yeah, whilst you don't have your podcast on Monday, get reading some articles instead.
Sort it.
Sonic wine on my mind. His that guy's no friend of mine, but I hope he's having a good time. I hope he's having a good night. I got tonic wine on my mind.